All right, welcome everybody. We're about to kick off the 2025 preseason with the New England Patriots. What I wanted to do was jump in real quick, kind of as a preface to the actual first preseason game, and just run through real quick the new lineup and maybe a couple of drills in training camp just to show off the new team real quick here. We'll look at our lineup. There has been some changes from last season. All right, so starting at quarterback, we still have Drake May, still Jacoby Brissett, and then O'Donnell, who I believe is our rookie quarterback that we ended up drafting in the third, either sixth or seventh round, probably. Yes, there was a major fiasco in the draft. I was going to record it for you guys and screwed up after our first pick of the first round. And so, therefore, decided. And what I did was I made our first pick in the first round. Then I was going to advance the draft to the end of the round so I can show you the entirety of the first round. And instead of selecting end of round, I selected end of draft. And we all know that you can't move players up and down your draft board. So, as a result, all the picks, I had 3 or 4 seventh round picks, 1 6th round pick, 2 5th round picks, I think, 2 4th round picks, I know for sure. And our second round and third round pick were just select randomly from the board that we put together that was not ordered in the way I wanted. So we ended up selecting 4 halfbacks. And it's just way too long of an explanation as to the problems with the draft board to go through and explain exactly all that happened that caused those issues. So just know that's what we ended up with. So in order to salvage it, we ended up drafting Lowell, 67 overall, but somehow he is, and I think this was a problem with the draft class itself, rather than Madden when it was put together. He was in there as a, and then again we didn't draft him, so thank you Madden for giving us a hidden dev, but he's a hidden dev. So we ended up drafting him. We ended up drafting. Oh, he was the only lineman, and we wanted lineman, right? And as a matter of fact, I was going to pick, if he was still there, I believe a player named Maurice Smith, center. Turns out he was hidden dev as well. Turns out he was like a 76 or 78 overall. And he was there when we picked in the second round. That was going to be my pick. And of course, because the stupidity of me by selecting end of draft instead of end of round, it skipped all the way through, and there was nothing. So we never got him. As a matter of fact, there were several guys that we were going to get that were available when I was hoping to get them. And when I went and checked our picks in the third and the fourth round, the guys that I was looking at were there. So yeah, yeah, yeah. And then actually a couple of them were actually hidden dev too, which again makes absolutely no sense. There were so many low graded hidden devs, but there were in this draft class. This one here, Conyers. I wouldn't have selected him, but he was on our board, And when it came around to picking, there he was. And he turns out to be a hidden depth. Running backs. Uh, Jackson. He was on our board. Um, and he was one of the, I think he was like the next to last. We drafted 3 running backs in the 7th round. He was the second running back that we drafted in the 2nd round. Turns out he's hidden depth. And we're going to give him a shot. Okay. Defense. So this was our first overall pick. This was the guy that we actually picked. Our 2nd round pick turned out to be this guy. We would not have picked him. We would have picked the center, but again, yeah, my stupidity. So, hey, we brought Cal Van Noy back to the Patriots. All right, so through free agency and just signing some players after free agency. This one we just signed to fill our roster, and of course bringing in Neil, Tyus Bowser. We fill the roster. We didn't get him in free agency; he was just available. uh, this guy we can't seem to get rid of yet, so he's still there. This is our number 1 pick, right? Turns out he's hidden depth. He will be taking over the role. Jennings has moved over to left outside linebacker to Tavai, who's now a superstar player, is now our starting middle linebacker with Wilson and then Taki, and then Smith, and then a couple more. But Frazier is our 2nd round pick, and he is also left outside linebacker. He and Jennings will probably end up having those roles. I'll probably have to decide between Bowser and Van Noy. I don't think, and it's very possible I might keep him because he 6.5 sacks. It's kind of hard to, excuse me, kind of hard to move away from. So we might just keep him. Okay. So we still have Jabril Peppers, like I said, backed up by Neil. We did sign Burgess in free agency, so more than likely Neil will end up either trying to trade him at the end of preseason or, just moving on from him. We got Duggar, Isaiah Simmons, who I'm actually looking to possibly play a lot of nickel stuff. So he is going to have a very significant role in the defense. Since we are running the Pittsburgh defense a lot, there's also formations where they have 2 strong safeties in big nickel, so he will see the field quite a bit. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then we also have Mapu. So we got, and then so it's a matter of who, are we going to go long at safety, or am I going to move him into middle linebacker like the Giants tried to do? And as you can see, he will fit in there. I mean, Brandon Smith is our 4th, and who's to say that Simmons can't be our 3rd middle linebacker, and then Taki be kind of like the odd man out or our 4th in the depth chart, right? And then we picked up Brandon St. Juste. He was just sitting there at the very last round of free agency, and then we kind of lowballed, but said, "Hey, if you're willing to take this, come on aboard." I mean, we went after him, Amari Cooper. Cooper didn't take it; he went to the Jets, and then you see Gonzalez after the season he had last season is now superstar. Same with Keon White, superstar. We got Unzurike in free agency, and we decided we wanted somebody to back him up. And then Gottschalk, then we picked up Fotu. We kind of low. I think I picked him up after free agency, so he was just sitting there. Same with Briggs. Briggs, I actually have as part of my Cowboys playthrough, so I kind of already know of him. And he turned out, he's like, we kind of worked through, like, I had him as one of my focus players, and then he just kept building up and up and up until I got him in a trade and ended up, basically extending him with the Cowboys. So I said, you know what, he's got good size. He actually is better than a 72, or can get better, and was one of those players that got better. So I said, I'm going to bring him in, and then I might go three deep at defensive tackle, two deep at the right end and left end, and then so picked up Jaron Reed right out just off of the waiver wire, and Jacqueline Roy we already had, and probably either a move back to the practice squad or just let go, right? And so that I thought was a good front to start with. Gottschall, we kind of are stuck with him right now until his contract allows us to let him go without. Fotu, I wanted some size, some beef there, right? Um, St. Juice, St. Juice. I like the tall corners and everything, and he's got just enough speed. So I said, hey, we'll go there. Problem is, I didn't think I need a nickel, and I don't know that I really have a nickel corner, and I don't know that I want to put Gonzalez in that nickel, right? Um, or I don't know. Williams is a boundary corner, and Farley is also a boundary corner. So I don't know that any of them kind of work in that respect. So yeah, we might be. I have to eventually keep looking and bring in a nickel corner. Special teams, we did bring in Cade York, right? Behringer we kept, even though, and it's funny because I didn't re-sign Sly. I didn't extend him, and he ended up making the Pro Bowl. So, and Behringer made the Pro Bowl as well. But I said, I'm bringing a young kicker. He's only 24, and then I signed him to a 6-year contract in free agency and said, hey, you know what? I don't care. He's got great strength, and we can work on his accuracy. We just traded Bentley and got Marvin Mims in another, and I think a future fourth round pick. And I said, he's going to be our slot most likely, unless And then we also signed Quez Watkins in free agency as well. So one of those two are going to be our slot, right? And the fact that, again, on offense, we got Jalen Pope, we got Jonathan Mingo, Quez Watkins, Marvin Mims. We extended KJ Osborne because he had such a great season. And turns out Javon Baker is also a star development player as well. I mean, so we're not hurting when it comes to receivers, I don't think. I mean, we don't have any. Yeah, of course. We don't have any, we don't have a Amari Cooper. We don't have a CD Lamb. But there's some decent receivers on there. And you can see Drake May is star development quarterback, right? And could potentially keep going. Right now, he has the dev trait of um, being a franchise quarterback, right? And then it's not dev trait, it is tag. His tag is day one starter, franchise quarterback. So we'll see how this season goes for him, right? Last season, made it all the way to the division round, double overtime loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. That was the craziest of things. I didn't know. I didn't know that that's how the rules work, right? Um, and it was actually a very entertaining, good game. I do want to apologize. I didn't realize that my mic was on, right? So when I do a no commentary, I turn the mic off, turn the volume down, so that only thing that's coming through is the game and the gameplay audio. And I was sitting there and I'm listening to podcasts, the Talking Cowboys and some Dallas Cowboy podcasts, and then I'm like, I'm like, oh crap, and I can't redo them because it's not like it's a offline. This one has to, that's why I can't even redo the draft. Right? Once I hit that button and I couldn't stop it, and I'm hitting B, to cancel, and it couldn't. I'm like, the draft is done. This is a wasted draft. I think I had about 12 picks in this draft. Wait, I had two fourth, I had four sevenths, and so I had my main one round, one for each round, right? So that's seven. Then I had three additional seventh round picks, so that's 10. I had an additional fourth round pick, so that's 11, and I think I had an additional fifth round pick, so that's 12. So I had 12 picks, and I only made one. Okay, and then what I have to hope is that one pick that I made is that deal breaker, right? And then we have to hope that we did good in free agency, right? And then maybe, I mean, still though, right? It's like there were I think when I checked the draft and the players that were in the draft, I think I checked like 20 different players, right? After the draft happened. And I swear to you, I think at least 12, maybe 15 of them were hidden dev. And I was like, that is kind of ridiculous. I mean, if you look at it, there's one, two, I got three hidden devs on offense, and I got two hidden devs on defense, right? And then four of those were just picks that accidental picks that just happened, through my mistake. But you see what I'm saying? So I got five hidden dev trait players. This is it's absolutely crazy. And then so that is our team. And then so I wanted to take you through I want to take you through this because this one is going to actually tick me off a little bit. And then because it never works out the way it's supposed to. So we just saw that our depth chart is set up. Hey everybody, coach, let's talk about the last few months. Okay. You said in February that you wanted to win the draft by selecting a difference maker. I sure did. What position specifically do you feel you found a difference maker at? It was on defense because it's the only pick I made on defense. You tell us what position. I sure will. It was linebackers. Can you be more specific? I shouldn't have to be. Right outside linebacker one. Most draft experts would disagree with you that he's a difference maker. I don't agree, but that probably won't matter. This is why it pisses me off. He is 81 overall. The reason and the whole point of this was you were supposed to find an 80 or better player in the first 3 rounds of the draft. He fits the requirement. This is the outcome. The team is upset you didn't keep the promise you made to upgrade the roster. The morale dropped by 10. That is a significant penalty for a broken feature in your game that I now have to deal with. That is absolutely BS. And you should be ashamed of yourselves for charging money for something that broken. That is my take on it. And that's why I even told you guys right before we found out the outcome, this was going to tick me off. And it was going to tick me off because this isn't the first time that has happened. I drafted an 83 overall corner, and it did the exact same thing to me. So at that point, I'm like, it doesn't matter what I do. It's going to come back and say, no, you didn't. Even if I did. And everybody just sat here and we looked. And because I can do this right here. So we're going to go to our right outside linebacker. Who is sitting there? He's an 81 overall, but guess what? With the minus 10, now he's an 80. Look at this. Look at the roster. Look at everybody. Everybody is significantly impacted by this error. So it's over here on the right. Jalen Polk, let down. Jalen Polk is unhappy that coach failed to keep promise to upgrade the roster. Did I fail to upgrade the roster? Did I fail to keep my promise? My promise was to get an 80, even if it said 81 or better player in the first 3 rounds. I don't have to go that far. Here he is. -1. So what's his overall? 81. Drafted first pick 25 in 2025. First round, pick 25 in 2025. Yes. Day one starter, starting at right outside linebacker 1. So it's so freaking frustrating. And then and the main reason is this, right? Well, first because it's a crappy experience, but look at everybody. Look at everybody. Every single person on just about, right? 9 out of every 10 players here are negatively impacted by that, and it's wrong. That's the part that kills me, and it's wrong. So it doesn't make. I can't even look to see where the original goal was. Because I mean, you can come and tell me, oh, he had to be an 83 overall player. Really? Because there wasn't an 83 overall player in the draft. So it can't be that high. It can't be higher than what you have in the draft, right? He's one of the highest. He was ranked. He was the number 10 player in the draft. A minus was the grade we got for drafting him at 25 when his overall rating was 10. So did we win the draft? Yes. According to the requirement, we did. But now, because your system is broken, we get the negative impact. And how long is it going to take to overcome the -10 morale? So it's so frustrating. It is just, and what really makes it frustrating is it's it's poor craftsmanship in a sense, right? It's laziness. It's just poor craftsmanship. It's a failure to properly vet the product that you're putting out. You're not QAing and things like that. I made a mistake today, and then and I have to apologize. As I was talking about before, was so the mic was on. So in the background now you get to hear these podcasts going on. in the videos for these playoff games, and it's like and I'm so irritated because I can't redo. I would redo. There's no way if I caught this, I would just say no. I got to go back and redo this, and I'm sitting there going like, I can't even export this. You know what I mean? This save file, or I was like, can I go back and recreate this whole save? And I'm like, guess like no, I could, but I don't want to. So it's kind of like, I got to live with those two, right? And then so I feel hypocritical in saying, you need better QA. You need better somebody coming in here and seeing that this is clearly broken. One is because I don't charge you guys anything for this, right? Two, they do. They charge us for this. So we pay money for a broken product. And then we have to sit here and then live with this product. All right, so target passing drill. Oh, you're slow, dude. He is 6'6", though. All right. All right, let's see. Last one. Too early. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Ah. Got the gold, though. All right, pocket presence. I hate this drill. So they should let us choose. Because I would pick the other one. All right, so let's just see how this works. So we're gonna look at Jaquindon Jackson, right? Even though usually I like to pick the youngest, and then I was actually these. It's funny because I cut one already. So we have 4 running backs. I cut one already. Jaquindon Jackson is 6'1", 229, right? So he's basically in the same build as Ramondre Stevenson, right? 6 foot 230. So we're gonna give him a look see real quick, see what he looks like. Let's go. Yeah, I messed that up. All right, come on. What's funny is they added the extra 30 seconds to this. I don't know if that was absolutely necessary, right? And it's like, is it just to ensure that nobody misses the gold on this one? I might go in and edit them though. I honestly, I like my running backs to look a little bit more stout, right? Thicker, especially if they're 220 or over. And it looks kind of just lanky. Oh, yeah, that was my bad, dude. I ran without my block. There we go. Because it's like the other guy's here, right? Only the linebacker you're running towards is actually going to try to come at you. The other guys are running towards you, but they don't seem like they're running very fast or with any urgency. Now, granted, you do have to get a lot of points, but they gave you plenty of time to get them. Even with the mistakes.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Now, what I really like about the training camp, right, and because it's different, gosh, we kind of dilly-dallied away a little bit too much, got caught. What I do like about training camp is not only, that you get the, increased amount of experience points, but that skill point, if you do well enough on the drill, is nice. We are going to look at Jaden Higgins, I believe. Yep, Jaden Higgins. He is a draft choice, and if I'm not mistaken, he might also be in depth. Can't say for sure, right? But we'll find out. I'll have to check. Again, like I said, half my draft class was hidden depth, which I'm like, okay. Oh man, I missed the 400. And that should say something about my drafting. But I'm too much of a control freak to just leave anything to the whim of the computer. I mean, these routes are pretty much the same route every time, right? You just have to aim for the boxes. Usually, what I try to do is, there you go. See, get both of them to light up. Nice. Let's see. We're gonna do one more, or maybe two. We're gonna do this one, and we are going to. Gosh, we don't really have anybody. I'm gonna do him. Our number one pick. This one's gonna be rough.
On the set. Shut up. On the double. Here we go, here we go.
You see that? Superman! He's trying to do Troy Polamalu over the dummies. Oh my god. Get up. You know what they should really do? And then here's how to put this together. I gotta be honest with you. I would make the back, and I missed that. But I would make the back go through the hole that opens up. Period. It's not okay that if the hole opens up to the right and the back cuts. Oh my God! I told you it was going to be difficult, and it shouldn't be this difficult. It should actually. I've missed 3 times now. You see that? And I got stuck on that guy. Ran right at him. I might do this one again because this is unsatisfactory. You see here,
Okay, ready?
if that hole opens up, the back needs to go through it. All right, we're gonna try that one more time, and then we're done.
Get up. Come on, set, go. Ready? Ready?
So this is a drill for the linebacker, not for the back to try to out. Oh my God, that okay. He shook off the tackle there.
Ready?
I missed. I told you this was gonna be difficult.
Here we go, here we go.
I gotta make sure I get the bronze at least. Oh my God.
Let's go now. Check out.
You see that? He squeezed through the other one. That's what I'm saying. You gotta make him go through the hole. I mean, that's just coding. Make him go through the hole. Make him go through the hole that opens up. This is about me being able to tackle. He waited for me. Thank you. I think he felt this isn't fair. I think I'm doing worse the second time through than the first time. Alright, should be the last one. Oh, it'd been nice to have gotten him. Huh? And if I had gotten him, I probably would have got a silver. So he gets 1500 XP, but that's it. And then the last one is field goal accuracy. Kate York, since he's young, it's gonna be nice. And then we better have, okay, guess what we're doing? Quitting. I am not doing this. This shouldn't, I can't believe I never set the setting. This is ridiculous. I hate this meter. It didn't even make it all the way. It's too much for me, man. I can't function. I really can't do this meter. I suck at it. I'm like, what was wrong with the original meter? It was boring, but it functioned. Short of just making it so you don't have to do it, I don't see the point. I really didn't see the purpose of changing it. You changed it for no reason. If you had that many people complaining about it, I don't see what the point is. Me personally, and that's that thing right there at the end too. What in the F is that? Did I get the bronze at least? Yeah, I got the bronze at least. If I had to make an important kick at the end of the game, right, using this thing, I'd have been pissed. Okay, so there we have it. That is basically training camp. I'll probably go through and do a couple more drills, but I'm not going to make you guys subject you to it. Next up will be the game. All right.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Patriots and the Lions coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week 1. And for a lot of these teams that have playoff hopes, it seems like small beginnings, but this is where those playoff dreams and ultimately those Super Bowl runs all get their starts.
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. Williams now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. I think what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rust of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice. So whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback, these reps in the preseason are invaluable.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Wright. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Here's Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up And now they face third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. So, on fourth down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. And back deep is Marvin Mims. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, to that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's May. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
May now on 1st and 10. Catch is made, that's Mingo. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
And the Patriots 1st down.
First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From out of the gun, here's May. Got it into the hands of Mims. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Patriots.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's May. He'll drop this one down to the fullback. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Here's May again. It's caught. Mingo with the grab.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And he'll take it on in. Jalen Polk. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown, New England.
On now, Cade York for the point after. He's got it. And the Patriots will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Goff to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
The Patriots offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. On the carry, it's Stevenson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Second down and 8. Handoff here, up the middle, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Play action, and here's Brissett. Open man, left side, he's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Patriots.
Now a give up the middle. He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry. Here's 2nd and 2. Brissett gonna throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And the Patriots are gonna have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. Off the bootleg, here's Brissett. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. And that is...
I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
York's kick is good. And the Pats will extend to a 10-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Back to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That one good for 29. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Patriots 33-yard line.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction, defense. Still 2nd down.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
On the ground, Gainwell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Gainwell. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. That's his 1st reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. A run on 1st and goal. And he's in! Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Lions. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 9. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Patriots.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
York now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Pats will get out in front 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. On play action, no chance at all. He'll go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. A run with Gainwell. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. He finds a man. That's Osborne. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can.
And they're going to get to him. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. To the air now on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off. But plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose
here on
as we
EA
get you right back out to Mike
Here to
Tirico.
take it back, Quez Watkins. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, and before the try, remember, it is... So, ruled a touchdown originally, They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
His kick is good. Makes the score Patriots 24, Lions 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Gainwell. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
A yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Wes Watkins going to bring it back. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. It was Derek Barnes with the stop. 2nd and 7. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. It'll go down as an incompletion. Here's 3rd and 7. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where just everything aligns. It's the right play call, the right target, an accurate ball, and then a lot of room to run after the catch. So if they can continue to find these matchups and these holes in the secondary with this quarterback and this playmaker group, man, this is a tough offense to slow down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was taken down 10-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with him again. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
Over the top. He's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back set to go once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
That's right side and brought in by Williams.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Now a give on the ground, and it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. They need 8 as they come up for third down. A handoff as they try to run it here. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Osborne, the man on the move. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this fourth down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing now on first and 10. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And the Lions are going to have a first and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's in. Sione Vaki. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he'll get about 5. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Now, faking the give. He'll find the open man. That's Watkins. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's a run. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Back to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10.
Back to the air one more time. We'll set up the screen to Gainwell. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's 1st and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. He'll look to throw. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Williams in motion. He'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll motion a tight end right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. Drive will start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They'll run on 2nd down. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. And the Patriots ready to kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. This is intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over here up near the 40.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. It's all gone according to plan here in this preseason opener, and look to finish things strong here in the 4th quarter. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. So it's a road win here for the Patriots as they start things out with a victory here in the 1st week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from downtown Detroit.